Hey guys, my name is Legion Smith. I'm originally from Hungary, living in Austria, and also speaking a little bit of English. My plan is to build up a community in three different languages. So if you have any questions about the videos or about the device, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments. And my plan is to answer all of them in the upcoming videos and, of course, in the comments. Today, I would like to review the KatVR C2 Plus Enhanced, which I've been using daily for about 4 months now, and not only for gaming but also for workouts. I'm a very active person. I'm doing a lot of sports like wakeboarding, snowboarding, squash, scuba diving, and so on. But of course, there are some rainy, snowy, windy days where most of them is not really possible. So I choose this device for inside training. This is definitely not a marketing video. I want to review this device from every different angle what is possible and share my pure real experience about it, including also details that's mostly not really mentioned in the most of the YouTube videos. So you can get a full picture about the device that you might planning to buy. So let's begin with the hardware. The platform itself takes about 1.2 square meters, 60 kilos, has a height of 1.5 meter, and it's made mostly from high quality end material. I was really impressed. The delivery also arrived very fast, but there was a small issue. The postman delivered the package only for the ground floor because it didn't fit in the elevator, so I had to carry it all by myself to the third floor where I live. So I highly recommend the second person for the transport and for the assembly. The assembly itself was quite easy. It took me like 1 hour. But after that came the surprise. There is no power adapter included. So my next ride was to the next electric shop buying a cable. Luckily, it's a standard cable commonly used for TVs and radios. So I managed it for like 10 euros. And after that, I could plug in. After plugging everything in, firmware update, pairing, and registration went quite smoothly. I stepped onto the platform as described, walked a bit, step counting worked, sensor worked, great! And then the reality hit hardly. I quickly realized this is definitely not a plug and play device. I checked many videos online, and to tell you the truth, it made everything worse. I work in the IT, and still it took me 3 full days to figure everything out. I have games on MetaQuest 3 and also in Steam, and I still didn't know which should I use, Metalink, Steam Link, or Virtual Desktop Streamer. Relax. I'm trying to answer all of your questions in the upcoming videos, also including Nexus. But for now, let's say I figured out Steam Link works after installing SteamVR. At this point, I had 4 different things to configure: my router, Code Gateway software, Steam Link, and SteamVR. And the big question was, how do they all work together? Because KatVR helps you only setting up the gateway, but after that you are basically on your own, and your game still won't work properly. I figured everything out, and stepping in my first game, Half-Life 2, and surprise, more settings. Many users complain about the shoes, but honestly, I like them a lot. I highly recommend to use the insoles to reduce the stress from your ankles and from your knees. The only two issues what I had with them is that the back strap tore on the first use and the binding loosens during long sessions. I contacted support and they sent me within a week a new one without any hesitation. So great support. About the support, they normally answer within 12 hours or a day, but that's highly understandable because of the time differences. The sensor system and the platform design are very well thought out and durable. And I really like the clipping mechanism, and the removable sensors are very clever. And the magnetic charging cables are also a great solution. KatVR itself recommends the controller buttons, but they often activate tools in games. So by myself, I would recommend to use that button. While you only have to stay for 1 second, push the button, and can walk further. The platform itself, with the new haptic feature, is really excellent, also for the noise reduction. As I see, honestly, it's not much louder than a regular treadmill. There are some safety rules for getting in and out, but once you develop your own routine, it's quite easy. I also like that you can hang all your accessories directly on the device, so everything is right next to you while you strapping in. About the movement, it's not really a regular walking or jogging. Everybody uses it a bit differently, but after 5,000 steps, you will manage your own. And I already felt serious muscle soreness in my thighs after the first use. Walking backward is physically possible, but realistically, you will still use the joystick button. Your body wants to move backward physically, but it's just not possible. Jumping, honestly. You have to recalibrate it before every use, and jumping on hard plastic. Are you really planning to do that and drive your neighbors crazy? I don't think so. I once did a CrossFit training session, did a lot of high jumps at home on a thick mat, and they still complained. So, yes, you can also forget this feature. The running, it works, but I highly recommend to turn it off. No matter how you calibrate, both small, fast steps and long steps trigger running, which causes motion sickness, similar to constant accelerating and braking in a car. Better to use constant movement and the button for that. Bending down, turning, and fast 180-degree rotations work perfectly. No clicking, no extra noise. The platform moves with you flawlessly. I'm very impressed here. The most common question asked about this device is the motion sickness, and this surprised me positively because the device actually capable of reducing motion sickness significantly by making the games more immersive. However, the only problematic part was the vertical movement, because, for example, in Half-Life 2, I had to swim out from a pool, and for that, I had to look up and walking forward. That still felt weird. Here comes my favorite part, motivation and reward system. This is where KatVR does a really good job because only by doing steps and being in the top 20 daily, what you can check in the daily leaderboard, you can earn points, what you can exchange for KatVR products and also for Steam gift cards. There are also milestone Steam rewards included with the device, what you can get after 30, 60, 90, and 110K, and 2 million steps, and also for 4 million steps. And it's possible because I reached the 110K steps within 2 weeks and already earned $170 worth of free games. However, one claim is a little bit unrealistic. As you can read on the webpage, walk over 4 million steps within a year and receive $129 Steam gift card. Let's do the math together. If you want to do 4 million steps within a year, you have to do in every single day 10,959 steps. No sickness, no holiday, no breaks. As they claim, average users do this in 6 months, which means 22,000 steps every day for 6 months. I checked also the leaderboard. After 4 months, the top 20 users are mostly between 3 to 7K steps, with only one or two exceptions. But to make sure, I also made some tests. And for me, 10,000 steps, what is about 7 kilometers, took me between 54 minutes up to 1 hour 10 minutes. So for 22,000 steps, what is about 15 kilometers, and nearly half of a marathon, what you have to do for 6 months every day, I definitely would need 2.5 hours daily. And the ugly truth is that in games, there is a lot of time where you do the shooting, looting, watching cutscenes, but no steps counted. So for me, 20,000 steps in games meant like 10 to 11 hours in a single day. So yes, it's theoretically possible, but not really realistic for regular people. From my view, the KatVR C2 Plus Enhanced is an amazing piece of hardware with huge potential and definitely worth the value. The build quality, platform mechanic, immersion, and fitness aspect are truly impressive. However, the software setup is complex, time consuming, and poorly explained, especially for beginners. And if you are not really patient or technical, this can be really frustrating. Once everything's set up correctly and you understand how it works, the experience becomes unique, immersive, and motivating, especially for staying active indoor when outdoor sports not really available. In the next videos, I will go deep into software setup, best settings, game specific configurations, and how to avoid the mistakes I've made. If this video helped you, or if you have any questions at all, please leave a comment. I will try to answer all of them. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.